Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Money management now more than ever. Look, this is very important because despite, I'm going to call it like some propaganda out there that everything is going to recover quickly, it ain't. It's about to really hit the fan regardless of who wins the presidency. It's still, because... I said this back when the businesses first started closing down, they started locking down. I said even if they came up with a magic cure or something right away, that would actually work, the businesses weren't going to just jump back. Because when a business is off or doesn't make money for just a month, they can't just bring all their staff back. What they going to pay them with? Seriously. And you got these businesses been out for a while, and then some of these businesses still can't go to full capacity. And depending on the business, they just jacked up because there's a buffet, Chinese buffet I would go to every Friday. I knew many of the young ladies that work there and everything, but just the way they were set up, they still can't open back up. Just the way they set up. Now, there was another buffet, they were able to set back up, but the way they were set up, they just had people serving people the food. But this other one, you had to get your own food, and they couldn't really get away with it, right? So, and there's a lot of businesses like that, a lot of businesses affected. And then this moratoriums that they had on evictions, that's going... That's about to run out. And even before then, there were a lot of people still being evicted anyway. So there's just the problem's just going to keep going. The problem's going to keep going. And, there's so many things. There's so many little things. There's things getting automated now, like toll booths. Toll booths. Where I live, there was always a toll booth operator, but now it's totally automated now. It's totally automated. If you don't have one of those electronic passes, then, they'll just take a picture of your license plate and send you a bill. So, it's so many things. Now, because of everything happening, I always promote business, but the thing people going to need now is not even so much as money, definitely need money, but managing the money. People going to have to be careful for a while. Because it's not even so, you even get people, even during the best of times, they make a lot of money, but then they always broke. That's because they spend it on whatever. They're not good on spending, or they spend it too randomly. The biggest thing might be food, but it might be clothing they don't need, or different things, or a little bit extra on some toy or something. And when I say toy, I don't mean like a kid's toy. Instead of getting that nice economy car that might cost them maybe... $200 to $300 a month, economy used car $200 to $300 a month. Somebody get that new expensive car which costs $700, right? And the cars get them the same place. Indeed, just as an aside, there's nothing wrong with getting a used car because as soon as you get that new car, it starts depreciating as soon as you drive it off the lot. It starts depreciating. So, and honestly, I wouldn't get a new expensive car anyway, unless I'm paying cash for it. That's how deep it is, right? Now, because of everything going on, people got to manage their money. Definitely if you just making just a little bit, you might be just living off of unemployment right now, looking for something, or you got a newer job, but it might be paying just minimum wage. And you might not be lucky to be in one of those places that's starting at 15. Oh, and that's a whole other issue right there, but that'll be another podcast. But so it's it's going to be tough. But you could still make it anyway. Because, okay, you might have that minimum wage job, or you could be making six figures or something. You especially need to manage that money. You especially because your lifestyle is probably more expensive. But then if you were to get laid off, which some people did, even in some professional jobs, or there's some type of change, it'd be hard for you to maintain that house and car and everything else you did with that money. So how you manage your money is going to be key. I mean, money management is to the point people should actually be taught how to do it in school. Seriously, it should be a regular part of the high school curriculum. But, political reasons, they're not going to do that. They want you to spend money. They want you to spend money. But now more than ever, people need to manage it. You need to think about it. You need to, before you spend that money, sit down and think about it. Do I really need this product? Do I really need this? And I'll just be straight up with you. I'm like that because, Rom's a clothes hound. It don't always seem that way. And I'm thinking to myself, do I really need to get this product for this thing? Or should I just be like, yeah. And I got to really think about it. I got to really, really, really think about it. Do I really need this thing? Because now every time you spending money, you got to think, okay, do I really need that? Do I really need that? Or be very careful how you spend the money. Be very careful. Like one of the things in money management, one of the main things to do is always pay yourself first anyway. Make sure that thing go into savings. Make sure you got some money in your savings. All right? Pay yourself first. Pay all your bills. Make sure they pay. When you're paying your bills, just as an aside, if it's a credit card or something, don't pay the minimum. Don't pay the minimum. Always pay more than your minimum. Always. Because one quick thing about that, when you just pay your minimum, you'll look up and owe more money. Especially if it's an interest-bearing credit card. So always pay a little bit more. Make sure all your stuff is paid. You still might have something, a little bit extra to splurge or something wherever you can go out here. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, put that in the budget too. But in general, you want to manage your money so that you are bringing in more than you sending out. In general, you pretty much win if you can do that. You bringing in more money than you're paying out. If you can do that, you're in a good position. But definitely manage that money well. That's the most important thing you can do in this day and time. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, yeah, somebody will say, well, you got to get that job. But it don't do a good job. It's not doing you any good if you get that money or even a lot of money and it goes right back out. It's a big waste of time. So money management now more than ever. And you know how we do. Let's go make that money.